continue with the weekly all signs love readings. This one, let me just check the title and I need to change that. Hang on. This one's going to be Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and then I will do Aquarius and Pisces tonight. Let me just get YouTube set up. So we can chase out the freaks. I'm just going to pin a message saying no questions, please. Why is it so hard to find an emoji? Right, here we go. Okay, do I do sage or don't I? Hi, Pinky. That's a funny name. Yeah, I'm gonna do sage to just get into the vibe. Just while people come in. No, it's not my first time live. I've had a channel for 2 years. And I've been going live for like a year and a half. Are you saying that because you haven't come across the channel before? Okay, so we're starting off with Libra. The collective readings by zodiac sign. Then I'm going to do Scorpio. Then I'm going to do Sagittarius and then Capricorn. Okay. Hi, welcome in. Naaman? Right, I'm using the Star Brights Tarot deck. I've got loads going on today. I've got double dentist and I've got pottery, and then I've got more tarot readings to do, so we're just cracking on with the day. So let's see what's going on in Libra's love life in this first week of August. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Libra's highest good. How is Libra feeling in this first week of August 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Libra's feeling, please. Hi, Ricardo. The Ten of Wands in the challenge position. Something's been a long, hard road. You could feel really burdened by something at the moment. 10 is the end of a cycle because we can't get more than that. This phase of your life has to come to an end. Okay, when it's upright, you kind of stoically push through and you keep going to the top of that mountain with all that weight on your back. When it's reversed, you choose to drop the burden, you throw all that wood down that you've been carrying on your back and you just say no more. So it's do or die, Libra, like you got to make a choice. Now, your last reading, Libra, said like about you wanting to lose the comfort blanket you've outgrown, the situation that you once invited and were grateful for, you now are no longer happy in it. So it does look like this is a continuation of that last reading. The Fool, you're ready for a new chapter with a new person. You're excited for something new, something frivolous, something exciting. 0 is like a reset, you know, and then we have to start from 1 again, which would be the Page of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles reverse. You're not offering commitment, you're not offering moving your current situation to the next level. Okay, it's not happening. Because an Ace of Pentacles is like many pentacles. You know, it's commitment in particular, of time, money and energy to grow something, to take it to the next level. When it's an Ace of Pentacles, like moving in together or changing statuses, proposing, buying a bigger house, having children, you know, starting a business together. It's a huge commitment, and that is like in the reverse. So you don't want to offer that. You just want to be free and single, I think, but having fun. Okay, they're coming across as an Emperor. Now, Emperors are all 4 kings, so they are people that are very important. They are patient, they are intelligent, they are charismatic, they are driven, they're ambitious, they are leaders. Okay, it's the King of Swords, the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the King of what have I missed? King of Wands. So this is someone who, they probably have a good job, they probably have bills to pay, they probably have children that they're responsible for, they could have a wife. But this person is, they're not going to take shit lying down. They could be an Aries, they don't have to be. So all of this side is your feelings. Okay, all of this side is their feelings, whoever it is that's showing up in your energy, and you're clearly dealing with someone at the moment. The Temperance, major for Sagittarius. So there's a lot of fiery energy here because we've got the major for Aries and the major for Sagittarius. They're both fire signs. The Temperance is about managing emotions. This person is poised. Okay, you're going to miss the target if you're all nervous. So this person is pouring from one cup back and forth to the other, and they're getting just the right emotional balance. I told you this person is standing firm. They're not, they're kind of immovable. You know, you can't throw this person off. High D7th Sun. I've cut my finger opening my gin bottle. And I'm just feeling it with everything I do now. It just happens to be in a most inconvenient place. I don't know how I'm going to get through pottery. I'm going to have to take plasters actually, or a glove or something. Full moon is in the upright. So this is highly emotive. And full moons are about... It's like emotions coming to the surface, to the forefront. So where someone has been very stoic themselves and in a power pose, you know, like a superhero pose, and like immovable, you know, there is no kryptonite for this person. Emotions are going to come to the surface. You could think that they're not really going to react to this. Let's get 3 for the outcome. It's a bit of an interesting one, this one. We're currently on Libra, in case anyone's just coming in. I do put the cards in the background, but people still ask me. Thank you for the likes, everyone. I really appreciate it. So in the outcome, look, we've got the King of Cups reverse. Sorry, not King of Cups, the Knight of Cups. So Knights are in active pursuit. Knights are in active pursuit when they're upright. When they're reversed, although this person would have expressed emotion, they're actually not going to. They have emotion, but they're going to hide it, okay? An Emperor cannot lose face. They have to save face. They don't want to look stupid. They don't want to look daft. The Hermit, okay? So this is a card of reflection. It's the major arcana for Virgo. In the story of the major arcana, the Fool realises that he must walk this part of the journey alone because the answers lie within him. Okay, this is a period of shadow work. It's about uncovering, you know, it's like forensic work, like a bit like forensic accounting. You know, if you go through bank accounts and you're looking for any discrepancies because you're trying to solve why your business isn't making a profit, because you're looking at the amount of, you know, the amount of custom that you've had, and you're like, we should be making a profit. I don't understand why we're making a loss, or we're not just breaking even, you know, at least. And, you know, you can find that there's, you know, people stealing from you, like in the factory or something like that. So this is like looking back, raking over things, reviewing things. And it's like, I just need to get into the office, close the doors, put the blinds down, and I just need to review everything really carefully with a fine-tooth comb. This is what people do when they're at a crossroads. Sometimes we do it after a relationship has died off, and sometimes we do it when we're still in a relationship, but we feel like a decision needs to be made, you know, like we're at a crossroads and we're not sure we got here, but we're not sure we want to be with this person anymore. So it's a sense of isolation, but to do a lot of inward kind of reflection and looking back. What was my part? What was their part? What do I want going forwards? You know, it's like I can't ask these things to my friends or my family. Only I know the answers to that, because the two people that know what went on in a relationship is the two people in the relationship. And I can't talk to them about this because this is about us. So I've got to work this out for myself, you know? So that is going on. There are feelings, but they're not being shared. There's inward, you know, inward reflection. All right, in the challenge, I don't know where my voice is going. In the challenge position, we've got the Lovers and the Six of Swords. Oh my God. Yeah, so look, we're at a crossroads. Which direction? We've got a compass there. Which direction am I going to set sail for? Because that's going towards the horizon, and the Six Swords are the past. And we're leaving that. Those swords are going to get chucked into the water, and we're going towards the horizon. This is emotional baggage. Okay, now it's like, do I do that or don't I? Do I stay or do I go? And, you know, are we meant to be a divine pair? The Lovers, you know, this is the major arcana for Gemini. It's the twins. It's two people that, they're like two peas from the same pod. They have known each other in a previous lifetime. They signed a soul contract in the 5D and agreed to live out a soul contract in the 3D and have a soul union, you know, a loving relationship. And it just flows. It's just meant to be. It works. They're really suited to each other. They're super compatible. It's like, is that the case? Or is this the case? Which one is going to win? And they literally came out like that. Like, there is a choice to be made here, Libra. I think you may stop showing this person emotion, and that's going to get them in their feels. And they're usually quite stoic, quite masculine, quite strong. They don't normally have wobbles over stuff. You know, they could feel intensely confident in this relationship, and they're about to get really, you know, really, really like the rug pulled from under their feet. Let's get a message from them. It's on. I see you looking good and moving on. I don't care who you're talking to. I'm better. I will compete for you. I cannot believe how accurately I read that spread. That is like perfect clarification. We've got confirmation there. This person not going down without a fight. This is about being goal-orientated. This is about being goal-orientated, defending territory or claiming new territory. Having major goals or aims, feeling like you have all, you know, the wisdom, all the knowledge, the experience, the finances, the enthusiasm, the motivation. Hi, status V Reels. Sorry if I've like completely like wrecked that username, but I don't take questions in the chat, but you can watch your sign or the sign of your person and get those answers. I honestly, like, I freak myself out, and I do feel like, I don't know if it's like my powers of interpreting stuff or my connection to the divine is increasing and strengthening, but I really feel like my spirit team are pulling out the cards for the whole thing, but they're like, yes, you're like you're on the right track with what you're saying, because they pull out cards from other decks and it perfectly confirms like what I was thinking, and I'm getting better at doing that. It's like giving me shivers. I'm getting like really like strong reactions, like in a physiological kind of way. Like I get really lightheaded and dizzy sometimes. That's not happened in 2 years, but it's just been happening so much this week. Oh, you think you're in a third party situation? That's really hard. What sign are you? I've already done Aries, Taurus, Gemini and Cancer. They were done yesterday. What's your star sign? What's your zodiac sign? I did Leo and Virgo yesterday as well. So if you want to go out the live because you're looking for one of those signs, you can look at the previous lives. They have the signs in the title. But if you're looking for Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, maybe they don't understand. Sagittarius or Capricorn, that's what I'm doing in this live. The collective reading, so if you watch, see if it resonates, okay? See if the story matches. Let's get more messages. We'll get a confession from this person. So they're not letting this go. They're going to fight for you, okay? They feel very possessive over you. Your independence is sexy. Oh my god. This person, like, this is weird, but they're almost like turned on by the fact that you could get another man or another woman, or that you are like a very, you're like, they know they haven't fully got you. They know they haven't fully got you. So you might well be in a relationship and you're saying that you're committed to one another. You might not live together, you might not be married. That's what I mean when I say like they haven't fully got you. And they know that other people will be finding you attractive and you'll be finding other people attractive. They sort of see you as a prize. And, you know, the Emperor feels like, you know, like, yes, you are like a prize, but they don't want to let go of that and give that to someone else. They're very confident. They're quite cocky, this person. I'm just going to reply to the chat one sec. They might be able to translate it if they don't fully understand. I am gaining new perspectives on this connection. This deliberate challenge towards this threat towards their relationship with you is making them change how they perceive, things to be going. They're calculating that they may need to make some kind of offer, or they may need to when someone has a big ego and they say they're going to fight for you, I would be very careful that they're not going to look for evidence and go through your phone. Do they know your passwords to your social media? Are they aware that you're going on holiday without them or without the children? Are they going to find a device that you've been using still unlocked and get onto your social media? They're going to start looking for evidence, okay, to see what it is that they're dealing with and how interested you are in another person, because they sense it. They do want to hold on to you, but don't think that they're just going to be an innocent bystander while all of this goes down. So, and if this person is very emotional and passionate, and I see that they are, you need to be very careful, because some people can be violent when they're put in situations like this where they feel that something very important to them, very precious to them, is under threat. You may get more than you bargained for here. I feel the need to say that because they're not showing up as the Emperor reversed, like someone that's been defeated, or the Chariot overturned, or the Eight of Cups, like they've already lost you. It's not showing up like that. It's showing up like they're getting their armour on. They're getting their battle armour on. And they think someone's throwing rocks at giants, but they're starting to become boulders. So it's like, I will challenge what someone tries to take from me, but they may challenge you. They may feel like they've got to teach you a lesson or something. So I don't see this person as feeling defeated. It's a bit of a concern for me, honestly. Don't let things get messy. Don't have an overlap in being involved with someone and starting stuff with other people at the same time. You dancing with the devil with that kind of attitude, Libra. I just feel the need to warn you, because this person is very, they're not intimidated or feeling defeated or upset. They're feeling like this is a challenge towards them and they must rise to the occasion. And we don't know in what form that's going to take shape. So be careful. Infinite possibilities suggest that your love can manifest endless potential in dreams. Timeless love reminds you that true love exists beyond the constraints of time. Yeah, so if you are the twins, if you are the lovers, I don't think that these threats would be turning up. Maybe that's not the case. If you're having problems, maybe something can be more of a threat than what you thought it could be, but you do need to work out whether this is the situation for you or not. I'm running out of space here to put on my cards. I'm convinced people just don't read the stuff that I pin or put in the titles on these lives, Anyway, what's the messy truth when it comes to this connection? You choose them. Third party, betrayal, replacement. You've already done stuff with people, right? And this person, I think this person already knows. I think they've seen messages or heard you talking about something with friends, or they've got into social media somehow, or they can just tell from how you're acting, like you're more bubbly, or like, you know, as if you're getting attention from someone else or something like that. Farouk, I don't take questions in the chat. You can watch to see the answer to your questions, or you can watch your sign or the sign of your person. Right, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, there's cheating going on here. And you might say, oh, but I haven't slept with the person yet. That doesn't matter. You're exchanging messages with someone. You're planning to meet up with someone. You're planning to cheat. Okay, so that is a threat to this connection that you are already in with someone else. So you have to make a decision, because you're going to attract bad karma if you do cheat and you play this person for full. And I don't know if this person could get violent. They're obviously going to be really angry. They're obviously not willing to just be a bystander in all of this. You need to be very careful. Hi, Sabak Ungara. I hope I haven't ruined your username. I never know where to split them up. Someone's all talk, silver-tongued devil, big flirt, no action, player. I feel like these cards are like referring to you, Libra. I feel like they're referring to you. I don't think this is the work of your person. Fated revelation, uncover the omens, decipher their meaning, and embrace your destined path. Liberated path. Embrace freedom as you break through, taking steps towards true potential. If you don't feel happy where you are, you don't cheat, you just leave. Do you know what I mean? Liberate yourself from, if you feel trapped in something, liberate yourself from it and liberate the other person. because you're entrapping yourself, but you're trapping them as well in a situation that they're starting to feel that you're not happy with. So that's not fair. Oh my God, red lipstick stains. You know, that's just a way of saying cheating. There's evidence of cheating. Okay, so cheating has taken place in some shape or form already. Whether you define it to be cheating or not, it's cheating. Of course it is. If you feel guilty, if you're trying to hide stuff, if you know your person would be upset if they found out, it's cheating. There's emotional cheating, there's physical cheating, and there's both. Fighting, trust issues, one-sided, detached, rock bottom. Look, this is the karma I was talking about. Your life starts to fall apart at the seams whenever you do this to someone. The universe does not like it. The universe will send you lessons to learn, like financial difficulties, you know, career in jeopardy, business under threat. You start to lose everything. You know, if you take stuff for granted that you've been gifted with, you start to lose everything because the universe wants you to learn your lessons. It's getting hot now, I'm going to have to open another window. Can I do this? This one open. What's the unspoken truth? You're surviving college and hostel life. Oh, bless you. Hi, Seema. Or Justash. I don't answer questions in the chat, so I won't be offended if you go to another live where someone is answering questions. But I basically do love readings. It says that in the title, by zodiac sign, and you watch your sign or the sign of your person. I do finance readings, but you have to pay £25. And they get booked in. Like, I can do it the same day, but you'd have to pay for it because it's just my time. I know people are like, oh, what's the difference? You could just pull a card. But I don't believe that I could tell you enough from just pulling one card. And then if I do that for lots of people, it's just getting in the way of me doing my collective reads, which is what this is for. Do you know what I mean? I've got loads of stuff that I'm doing today, so I can't stay on and do that. But I don't feel like I could like give you enough information either. I don't like pulling one card and then saying, oh, it's a yes or a no. I don't like that. I could do a really good finance reading, but you'd have to pay me for it because it'd be like a half-hour reading. Or like a general, you know, what's coming up. You are the one regret I can't let go of. I think this person does hold deep emotion, but I just worry that it could be displayed as, you know, a hammer throw, like, because that Knight of Cups is reversed. It's like they're trying to save face, but they do feel like they're under huge threat, like the relationship is under threat, like they need to, you know, if you think about it, when someone feels that way, they have to take action. And we've got a lot of fiery energy here with Aries, the Emperor, and Sagittarius, the Archer. That is like, you know, the next move is like jumping into the Chariot to defend. Like, they could turn up wherever you are and cause a big scene, or something really dramatic, or cause a big scene when you get home. Things are fun and sexy when they're still a secret, when they're still in the dark, but when it comes out, there's nothing fun or sexy about it. I don't know why, I just find it really concerning, and I don't normally like focus on that aspect of things, but I'm worried about violence with this one. What's the advice, please? Hi, Valora. You need to watch your sign or the sign of your person. I don't answer questions in the chat. I should do, because I'd make a lot of money, but I would just be making an answer up. I can't pull a card and give you an answer like other people say, yes, I'll do it, but I don't believe that it's genuine. Wait, hold your horses, Libra. Don't just like get a bee in your bonnet about, you know, you're getting tantalised by some sort of temptation, and then you're tempted to act and then just deal with the consequences afterwards. But the consequences are going to be some seriously bad karma, and I can't be like clear enough about that. Just please think about this one. You've got fighting and you've got rock bottom, karma, life falling apart. You know, it throws people off in your life if they find out that you've cheated. Your children look at you differently. You're not the hero anymore. You used to be that person they could count on. Now they don't know who you are. That's not a nice feeling to be left with. Day after day, night after night. Your kids not wanting anything to do with you because they're looking at you differently. You can't get that back. That's very difficult to repair. That takes years and years to repair, and they may never forgive you. Or one of them might forgive you and the other one might not. Because people look at you and they're like, I don't understand who you are. Like, I don't understand why you need to have a secret life or secret stuff going on, or a double life, or this or that. They can't place it. They're not you. And nothing was discussed with them and they found it out. So don't underestimate like the damage that could be done. Don't just think about, oh, this person's going to be upset over me. It's not really about just them, is it? It's about them exposing what you've been doing, or what you are about to do, to the people that you love, that are precious to you. I really I want to stamp this with like a huge warning on it. Like, I'm not saying you can't do stuff with other people, but you need to break up with this person first. Hi, pretty Kyran. I don't answer questions in the chat. Oh my god, my video is actually working on my laptop instead of being fuzzy. Heart of Source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. Stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation, vortex. You know, it's time to think about what you do really want for yourself. You cannot manifest whilst you're, you know, taking a dump on something that you're already in. So you've got some like spiritual housekeeping to sort out here. Okay, that's just pissing me off now, so I'm gonna hide you. Yeah, I can really tell when people don't read what I'm writing. Like if you ask something and then I type a message and then you read it and you say, okay, I understand, like that's fine, but you can't just spam me stuff and then shout at me. It's not nice. This is why my subs fly up in a live, because people subscribe and then ask me questions, then when I don't answer them, they unsubscribe, and it's like, it says no questions, please. I get annoyed. Right, let's have a look at what these mean. Heart of Source. The source of the universe is a gigantic heart. It beats at angels and beings of light. It is what many call God. It's love that is beyond gender and dogma. It's the infinite experiencing infinity. It's all that is, was, and ever will be. It's an energy that can be explained but never fully comprehended. It's where we've all come from and will all return. The strangest part of all is that we've never left. Even though we are spiritual beings having a human experience and may feel that Source is separate from us, the truth is that we're always connected, even when we feel we're not. This gateway takes us not upward, but inward. It's the gateway that reminds us that through the stargate of our heart, we are connected to the heart of creation. Not only that, but we exist and express ourselves within that heart. Even though we may be on planet Earth and experiencing Earth as a planet within the Milky Way, all of this and more is actually being expressed by the heart of Source. The vastness of this divine love is inexplainable, but it's who we are. Thank you, Spring. Say, thank you, Source of Love, for bathing me in your infinite light and for reminding me I am one with all that is. Your message. You are connecting directly with the heart of Source, the creator of life and love. You are blessed to receive this card, for it shows the cup of your heart is being filled with love until it overflows. The divine energy that is with you now is helping you melt away any blockages so that you can be open to the love, acceptance and appreciation that you deserve. You are being encouraged to view yourself in a loving way and give yourself permission to be loved. If you've been holding back for a while but are now ready to share the love you have within, this card lets you know it is safe to do so. You are loving and lovable. Step forward, claim your worth, and enjoy a new level of spiritual openness. You are truly blessed. Wow. So Libra, like, this is about claiming what is yours. And it's not about running around doing stuff that you know is like throwing petrol on a fire, you know, because that's playing with danger. That is dangerous behaviour. What you need to do is think about what it is that you want for yourself. You are at a crossroads. Think about what it is that you want for yourself and do some spiritual housekeeping, please, and do some 3D housekeeping. Get your house in order. If there's something that you don't need or want anymore, get rid of it. You know, and that means relationships too. You can't avoid stuff like that because it's a bit upsetting or you'll miss the sex or whatever. Like, if this isn't your person, if this isn't your twin, then what are you doing? You might just be treading water and wasting time. Well, you're starting to look at other people, so, you know, why is that? Something's not being met, is it? Some kind of need, some kind of void in your heart isn't being met. If you were truly fulfilled, you wouldn't be looking at anyone else. Not really. Arcturian light codes, let's have a look at that one. It doesn't make you a bad person. You're worthy of love, but it's bad behaviour. And that's because, you know, of low self-worth or believing that you're not, you know, really going to get what you're supposed to have. So you're just making do with what's around. Evolutionary downloads, recalling power and future thinking. Arcturus is a giant red star that is among the brightest stars seen from the northern hemisphere. It is around 25 times larger than our sun and can be found just beyond the Big Dipper. Many believe that there are light beings living on a blue planet orbiting Arcturus, who are in the fifth or an even higher dimension. Some think they could be a prototype for what is possible on planet Earth. They're described as blue beings, for when they appear to those who can see them clairvoyantly, they're often blue-skinned or emanating blue light in their auric field. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Spring. Sprinkle. You can be Spring. The Arcturian race are here to help those on Earth who feel called to facilitate healing and to move beyond draconian and patriarchal ways of being. They guide us to realise that we have a great opportunity to evolve beyond these limited states, and if we don't, we'll be stuck on a karmic wheel. We'll be stuck on a karmic wheel for thousands of years before we get our next opportunity. If you feel called to the Arcturians or this information, it could indicate a past future incarnation on the Arcturian planet, or that you have Arcturian guides working with you. Imagine yourself enveloped in a golden, orange and blue light. Then say, "Great blue beings of the Arcturian race, thank you for downloading into my frequency forward-thinking energies that will support my evolution." You're being asked to evolve. Okay, you need to open up your eyes and you need to, like, think about what you're doing. And like realign yourself with your true life's path, because at the moment you're going off course. Okay, you're like being tempted to do X, Y, and Z, and it's because it's not really fulfilling you. So what we have to do is we have to like start over. You can evolve into a greater state of being now. This begins with how you approach even the most mundane of tasks in your own little universe. Show up in ways you've never showed up before. Instead of checking out of this planet, it's time to check in. Instead of feeling that life is happening to you, realise that you have a huge part to play. Recall your power. Realise that you are part of the evolution of humanity and it's time to become the leader you were born to be. It doesn't matter if you're leading yourself or a larger group. The key is to create more loving ways of doing things. Honour the ideas or thoughts that you've been having recently. If you've been hearing high-pitched noises, I heard a high-pitched noise when I went outside the house yesterday, but someone was charging up their car. But it was weird. I'm Libra moon, by the way. Seeing flickers of light or sensing that you're being visited by beings in your sleep, know that you're receiving downloads from heaven. Arcturians are with you. Oh my god. It's like, may the force be with you. Stellar gateway activation. Oh, goodness me. Don't forget, guys, it's Lionsgate. The Lionsgate portal opens on the 8th of August. Leo season. That's why it's Lionsgate. On the 8th of the 8th, you think about what it is that you want. You ask the universe for what you want. What do you want help with? And it will be granted extremely quickly, as fast as the next 24 hours. What am I looking for? Stellar gateway activation. These are in alphabetical order, that's why I'm just flicking through. I'm very sleepy today. I did a lot of walking and swimming yesterday. The stellar gateway is the highest of our chakras and is found about 3 to 6 meters above our head. Didn't know about that one. It is the energetic gateway that connects us with the divine matrix. It governs our connection to the spiritual laws of creation and the quantum field, and holds our life's potential, as it holds all the intentions that we set before this incarnation and all the intentions we set during it that support the ever-unfolding path of our earthly experience. Energetically, this portal is beyond time and space. And when we connect with it, we come into alignment with all the aspects of our soul's journey, including when we were part of the cosmos. This card transports us to a stargate that has a giant pyramid within it. Above the stargate, there are 3-dimensional images of Thoth, the former priest king of Atlantis, who is one of the ancient masters holding the secrets of the universe. This image is a reminder of our potential and of our ancient and starry connections. The pyramid is a symbol of rising power and of how our soul has existed through lifetimes. The stargate is a projection of our own stellar gateway. This card is therefore a reminder that all things are possible, and that with the right alignment, we can draw the powers of heaven down to earth in order to create heaven upon earth. So what you want for yourself long term, it's possible. Don't give up and just start tantalising yourself with short-term thrills. Okay, like, what is the goal? What's the long-term goal? Get refocused. Breathe deeply. Imagine that your breath is taking you up and out to connect with the infinite potential held within the stars. Affirm, I connect with heaven and earth to create heaven on earth. You are a master of manifestation. Every one of your thoughts, actions, non-actions, and choices is affecting the unfolding of your path. Realise that you have great potential and power within you. Through your focused awareness, you can draw on heavenly support to create the life of your wildest dreams. Know that all the energies you connect with are carried up to your stellar gateway, and if they're aligned with the intentions your soul had before this incarnation, opportunities will come your way. It's important to consider connecting with your cosmic origins at this time, and also tracking down the intentions of your soul. If you can bring your wishes in this life together, with your pre-life intentions, you can live a life that is aligned with the highest heavens. So, what do you feel like you're actually fulfilled in your career? Do you feel like you found the hobbies that you're supposed to be doing? Do you feel like connected, to the ways that you're spending your free time, your social time, the person that you're relating with, that you're in a relationship with? the majority of your life? Like, does everything feel like it's all in alignment, or do you feel unfulfilled? Because that's when we're searching and we're scrambling for short-term thrills in different directions, as we're not actually like in alignment with our true life's purpose. So my memberships, I do very in-depth finance readings, and I do in-depth health readings, which look at your spiritual health as well as your mental, emotional, physical health. Your connection to the divine is analysed. I don't like pulling a card to answer a question. I don't think it solves anything. I don't think it tells you anything. I don't think you get any guidance from that. That's why I don't answer questions in the chat, because I could easily make money by saying, yes, I do that. But I don't. It would be disingenuous. It would be dishonest. Okay, what I believe in is what I offer on the membership, and it's $5.99 a month to get like every single month a half-hour finance reading, and I literally pull cards and ask spirit, like, what could you be like more aligned to if you don't feel fulfilled in what you're doing now? What does your boss view as your best attributes, your best qualities? I get like angel numbers for you. I get I get financial predictions for you. I do all kinds of stuff like that I think is actually really useful. And I get like, why is this happening now? You know, questions and stuff like this answered. So that's what I offer. It's a really good offer. Like, one day I know people will see the value in it, but people want like an instant answer to stuff. Like, they want like, oh, just pull a card, is it yes or no? Well, it's not going to tell you anything. You're not going to learn anything from that. And I would be lying if I said that that was a good idea. I can make money from it, but that's why I refuse to do it, because I'm not that kind of person. I'd rather make money doing something I believe is genuinely helping you. That's why I don't do a 10-minute reading ever, you know, for love. Like, I do half an hour. Usually it's 45 minutes to an hour, because I'm trying to show you like a deeper meaning. I'm trying to get you to like shift your perspective on stuff. I'm trying to help you to understand what the blocks are. Like, I'm trying to help you like genuinely. I don't think like people doing 10-minute reads is going to tell you enough. I think that's more like entertainment. It's like a cheap thrill kind of thing. Hi Alison. I don't answer questions in the chat, but you're welcome to book a personal reading. I can do a general past, present, future, see whatever comes out, or you can have a love reading specifically, or you can have a finance reading. It's whatever you want it to be. To book it, you just email me. The email's in the channel description on YouTube, or you can direct message on Instagram or TikTok, and I will do it today. Love is good. Okay, thank you. I don't do PayPal anymore because they were taking a chunk out of, I don't know. I don't do PayPal because they were taking like £1.20 out of each transaction. For what, I don't know. So I just send you my bank details and you pay the money to me. As soon as I get payment, then I film it. I put it on YouTube. It's pre-recorded. I feel uncomfortable doing lives. I just feel like it's too intense or whatever. And then people want to chat to me for ages, and I just like, one time I was on for like an hour and a half, and I thought, I can't be doing this every time I do a reading. I've got other things to do in my day. I do love like all my clients, and most of us are like actual friends now, but if I did that with everyone, like I have like a full-time job as well as doing this, so I can't do it. I've got to create all the content for the memberships and everything as well, so I'm actually really like double busy as well as trying to exercise and socialise and everything else. It's not public on YouTube either. It's unlisted, meaning like no one knows it exists. And then I send you a link to it. It's like a hidden video. I send you a link to it, and then like someone would only see it if you sent that link on, you know, by accident, someone or something, which I know you won't. But it means it doesn't use up space on your phone or my phone. I don't have to split it up and send it in chunks or anything like that over WhatsApp. And you can find it dead easy and watch it as many times as you want. A lot of people say to me, I've watched it like quite a few times. I like going back to it and looking at different details again or whatever. So yeah. Gosh, I'm getting like too boiling hot today. I'm going to put my hair up and then I will get on with the rest of... I'm going to get an angel number for Libra. And I'm going to get you a card for future love. But I think you really need to get clear on what it is that you want, because it's like you're coming up to a spiritual drive-through. And if you don't know what it is that you want to order, you're going to end up like really confused, and then the universe can't serve it to you. Do you know what I mean? So I think this is crossroads that you're at the moment. You need to really get clear on like what it is that you want. I'm going to make a couple of people moderators, Sprinkle, or Sprink. Do you mind if I make you a moderator? No one's trolled, but I'm getting a bit annoyed with people asking questions in the chat, and I think if those stay visible, people will get confused, come in and think that's what we're doing and we're not. Right, so Libra, I've told you off plenty. I've given you a big fat warning, to be honest. I'm trying to help you. Let's get you a timing for new love, and we'll get you an angel number and some general advice as well. And then we'll get on to Scorpio. Right, timing for new love for Libra, please. When I don't focus, the cards don't come out, so. Divine timing is at play. Do you know what I mean? So the universe wants you to really get clear on what it is that you want. You're being invited to manifest the life that you want with the person that is truly going to fulfill you. If you're not fulfilled, you'll start looking elsewhere, and you'll start doing that whilst you're with someone, because you can't be bothered dealing with like upsetting them. But you need to just do that. Okay, you need to really get your shit together and get your ducks in a row and get focused. Think about what you do want. Don't think about things to distract yourself for now, to try and top up the, you know, the dip in happiness levels, because it means like stuff ain't right if that's what you're doing. You will attract bad karma for yourself. So you're not allowed anyone new, because you don't actually know what it is that you're looking for. You need to work out what it is that you're looking for. You're at the spiritual drive-through, you know, spiritual Mackies. What are you going to order? And then you ask for that on Lionsgate. Trust me. Right, let's get you an angel number. 0220, act on your idea. realistic and practical approach, goals, divine timing. Oh my gosh. Whenever you get twos, it's about coming into alignment. Okay, when I say coming into alignment, I mean like you're on the right career path in terms of like how you make a living. Is it your passion, or do you hate Mondays? Do you hate every hour do you clock watch, or do you love what you do? You might work hard, you might get tired, but do you love what you do? Do you feel fulfilled in it? Do you feel like it's your passion? It's the same with a person. You know, sometimes you can have ups and downs with a relationship, but basically you're never ever looking at anyone else because you're just obsessed with your person. You care about what happens to them. You never want to hurt them. You like can see a future with them. You think they hold all the qualities and the attributes of, you know, a good father or a good mother. There's someone to take home to mum and dad. You're proud to introduce them. Like, if you just screwing around because it's kind of entertaining because you don't really know what you're doing, it's time to get your house in order. Okay, it really is. You have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. So when you do find like what it is that you're supposed to be doing, you become successful at it. And the more you enjoy it, the easier it is to work hard at it, and the more successful and fulfilling it is. And it spirals upwards. Okay, at the moment you're just spiraling. We want to spiral upwards. Get yourself into alignment, okay? This is the last card for Libra, and then you've had more than your time, okay? I've had to stop a few times to write stuff in the chat. But you have had an hour. I surround myself with love and positivity. Make plans today to spend time with someone who uplifts you. Okay, so being in the presence of other people who are high vibrational will help with that upshift, that upturn. I give myself permission to rest and recharge. Enjoy a 5-minute mindfulness meditation. Take care of yourself. Your life isn't a punishment. We're not running around making ourselves so busy with work and play, burning the candle at both ends, that we're not really thinking about shit. The time that I gain the biggest bird's eye view of my own life is when I step outside of it, because I've gone on holiday for a week and I'm lying on the beach, or I'm lying in my hotel bed, and I'm thinking, wow, I can actually be an observer of my own life instead of just being on the treadmill, constantly like exhausted and trying to just keep going and keep pushing. You need to step outside of it and, you know, step off and reassess. You know, and it does take much needed respite to do that, and to get clear on, you know, get focused on a new direction or whatever. Be around other people who are happy, who are positive, who feel like they're in alignment with what they're meant to be doing, with who they're meant to be with, or if they're just having a good relationship with themselves, you know, and they feel like they're doing well in every area, like, you know, they're happy, they're fulfilled. If you be around people like that, it's really positive. It kind of perpetuates this upward shift, and you feel really like positive about life. Some people who aren't that happy with what's going on with them, they'll encourage you to do things that are not a good decision for you because it doesn't really affect them. It's a bit of entertainment for them, and maybe they don't really like the person that you're with, or they kind of want you to kind of fuck up because then they don't feel like there is much of a fuck up. You know, I care about what happens to you, and I strongly advise you to like get your house in order. I wouldn't start messing around with shit, you know, thinking that's like exciting or whatever, because you're going to get karma. Hi, Micro 2. We have just finished Libra. It was an hour long, believe it or not. Libra, that was your reading. Okay, so look out for the angel number 0220. Please take a breather, have a short break, or take a day to just not do that much. Lie down on a sun lounge or somewhere, go for a spa somewhere and get your head together, get clear. Okay, don't be distracting yourself and running around doing the most and getting yourself into sticky situations. Metaphorically and literally. Don't be doing it. Okay. You're looking for trouble and you're going to find it. When I have to tell people off, I have to tell people off. Oh yes, I've just remembered I've got a bottle of water in my room. So my throat gets really dry when I talk this much. Yeah, if you want a personal reading, email me, direct message me on Instagram or TikTok. The email's in the channel description on YouTube. I can do it the same day because I'm off at the moment. That doesn't mean I've got all the time in the world. It just means that, I'm making a promise to deliver your reading, like today. If you pay me today, whatever day you pay me, you'll get the reading for the next 4 weeks. And then I'll be back at school on the 1st of September. Yeah, I'm always hoping it'll be like a few days into September, but I suppose I'll be glad of the money, won't I? So got bloody Ofsted this year. Can't be arsed. They're going to be like, oh, strap on. Prepare yourself for the shit that's about to go down. It's all about to get very intense. Intense management speak. We're all going to be strapping on. Strapping in. Are you thinking about going back to school? I was a mature student. I liked it more being a mature student, actually. You're much more confident in yourself, and I don't know, you really embrace like every opportunity that's given to you. And I earn a lot more money now as a high school teacher. I did my PGCE in geography. I'm a geography specialist. I've got a history and geography degree, but I've been teaching English for 2 years. I go where I'm needed. And basically every subject is needed. Not PE. There's far too many PE teachers. There's a lot of people wanting to do PE, and not enough jobs, so I won't recommend that. But you get a bursary in the UK for like pretty much any subject, but it's a low bursary for English. But I just think people are pouring out of teaching in the UK because the behaviour's shocking. The behaviour's really bad in UK state schools. Really, really disrespectful. Like, there's no appreciation of free education, and it's crazy because the mess that people are in other countries because they've not been given education by the government, and it's just not appreciated here. You just get like treated like crap, and I'll be honest about that. I will be honest about that. You get treated really badly by the students and the parents. I think I'm in a particular kind of area where I teach where it's a poor socially economic area, so they have a particularly bad attitude, the parents, towards state schools, and they just think you represent social services and you're there to be treated like crap, basically. But if you work in a nicer area, that's not the experience. It's because of where I'm working, but yeah, what can I say? I have thought about leaving, but they'd be gutted if I left. I'll do a bit longer, but I think then I'll move on. Because life's too short to be absorbing other people's crap. Yeah, it's funny because life threw me into English, and yeah, it wasn't that I went looking for that. I didn't train in that, but it's where I was needed, and it's where I've been very much appreciated, and I have really enjoyed it. It's probably what I would have taught if the bursary wasn't so low. It's only 10 grand for English, but you get like 27, you get 25 for geography, 27, I think it's only about 10 for history, 27 for modern foreign languages, 27,000 for maths, science. Or if you pick a science, you'll get a job before you've even finished your course. As soon as you've started your course, your placement school will give you a job. If you're doing something like engineering or like design, technology, engineering, oh my god, they'll like offer you a job in your first like semester of a placement somewhere. They'll be like, and you've got the job, and you're like, I didn't go for one. Oh, hi Christina. I taught abroad and I loved it. I can't tell you that every school abroad is good, because they're not. But I will tell you that the International Baccalaureate is the best curriculum in the entire world, and they are the best schools in the entire world. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. There's a lot of schools abroad that are really bad. Really, really shockingly bad. If you work in large cities, people are very hostile and kind of like cold there as well. It's good for making friends and travelling, but it's expensive to live, and the families are really, stuck up. They're not nice. But then you can meet like billionaire families out in the countryside of really, really nice, beautiful places, and they're far more human and yeah. But I would say the International Baccalaureate is the best curriculum in the entire world, and I would challenge anybody to convince me otherwise. I'd love the whole world to be like that. I believe that families are very respectful in Asia, incredibly respectful towards teachers. So a lot of my friends are thinking of going out that way. Anyway, that's enough of story time. We need to get on, don't we? Right, let's put that down. You can tell that I've lost concentration now. Okay, Scorpio. Sorry, Scorpio. These will be time stamped anyway. If you work in private schools, you can drop a pin on a map and get a job anywhere, to be honest, with teaching. You don't have to be qualified. So, I've moved back to the UK to be with my family and to recover from a really big breakup. But for quality of life, I would definitely go abroad again. And for it to actually enjoy teaching, I would go abroad again. I wouldn't do it in the UK, ever. I'm just here because my family are here. Children are the future, but there's some strange adults that are rearing children, and they're bringing their children up to be strange as well. So it's not school's fault. Definitely not school's fault. There's some strong societal problems. Let's say reform voters. Those kind of people. Oh, that's kind. So we're currently at 1 hour and 26 for Scorpio. We'll call it 127. Okay, spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Scorpio's highest good. How is Scorpio feeling in this first week of August 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards, how Scorpio's feeling. It's 11/11, guys. It's 11/11. Okay, I've just made my wishes. 11/11 wishes come in about a year's time. Lionsgate is overnight. I'm telling you, Lionsgate, 8th of August. The portal starts to open the few days before and the few days after. So you can start thinking about what you want now and asking for what you want now. Lie on your bed and have a proper chill out, empty your mind and think about what you want and daydream about it and ask for it out loud. Okay, because the universe likes to deliver. You're being a good girl or a good boy this year. 7 of Pentacles reversed. Not enough is being achieved or cultivated. Okay, Scorpio, you feel like when you cast your eye back and you look at what seeds have been sown, you haven't yielded enough. You know, the crops are wilting. There's too many weeds. There's been drought. You know, there could have been insect infestations, not enough. 7 is a reflective number and Pentacles are increments of time, money and energy. It's about what's already been invested into something. Right? And when it's reversed, it's like not enough is being had. Like the outcome is not sufficient at all. It's lacking. The 6 of Pentacles reversed. Something was really unfair. So again, Pentacles energy, lots of Capricorn energy, Virgo energy, Taurus energy, Earth energy. You know, increments of time, money and energy were put into something by you, but not by the other person. And this is a love reading. So you're feeling like you're flogging a dead horse here. I don't know what that person was talking about, but seem twisted. Five of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Temperance and a full moon. The Five of Cups, yeah, so there's a feeling of loss. This is grief, sadness, loss and regret. Nine is a single energy, becoming financially independent because whoever you've been with has been sucking your money dry. You know, that's using up all your time. If you have to work harder to lean in where someone else is leaning, you know, back so far, they're lying down, they're being complacent, they're being lazy, they're being selfish. Or they could be earning their own money but still spending yours. Or they could be, you know, double busy but doing the things that they like to do and not investing time, money and energy into you. You know, they can do one. You are moving into a single energy. Full moon is emotions coming to the surface. You know, disappointing. You are hurt and disappointed by the lack of investment from another person. But you see the situation for how it really is. Don't time anyone out, just hide them. Nobody learns a lesson. It's like prison. They're not going to learn the lesson, trust me. They will reoffend. King of Cups, upright. So someone's showing up for you that's very loving. This is the heart chakra, the very emotionally balanced, a compassionate person, very grounded, you know, unconditional love. They don't hold on to grudges. They wouldn't do you wrong in the first place, but they don't hold grudges against people who've hurt them. It doesn't mean they're a pushover or a walkover. It means that they're not going to spend their life festering on something and letting it get to them to the point where it's going to ruin their happiness. This is someone who's very emotionally stable, very wholesome, and very loving. They're a very good role model. It's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Bitches get stitches. It's not snitches get stitches, it's bitches get stitches. If they want to come on and bitch and say, like, hurry up, they can do one. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed. What? The Wheel of Fortune reversed is bad luck, bad karma. This person has also had an uncooperative partner. And I know that because the Three of Pentacles is teamwork. It's three is a number of community coming together. But the Three of Pentacles is increments of time, money and energy. Look how Pentacles heavy this is. You know, you both, as individuals, you've each been in very impractical situations where you've had to work twice as hard, 10 times as hard than you should have had to yield not enough. You've been left in deficit. So this is someone that's had the same experience as you, and they're a good person. The problem with empaths is they get taken advantage of quite easily, because an empath wants to see the best in people, and they're very sensitive, very caring, and, you know, they will, like, listen to other people's problems, and they will understand that someone's having a hard time, and, you know, occasionally they will get, you know, completely taken for a ride. So we've got the Eight of Swords reversed. So someone was stuck. They were like, I don't understand why all this is happening. I feel really stuck. I don't understand a way forward. It's mental imprisonment. It's a state of mind. It's not reality. It's perception. Okay, so they felt like they didn't know how to solve the situation or why things were so, you know, troublesome, problematic. But they've probably ignored red flags somewhere. So I think this is someone brand new coming in for you. If that were reversed, I would say it's someone like with a muddied heart chakra, like they don't mean well. They hold on to grudges. I would have said that this is the person you've been dealing with. But because that's upright, I don't feel that it is. I feel like this person has accrued bad karma because they've had poor boundaries in their own relationship. They've not stood up for themselves. They've not drawn a line in the sand. They've taken it. The Death card, your major arcana. Major arcana for Scorpio. It's a card of transition. That is emotional transition. Closing of a chapter and the opening of a new one. You know, one door closes, but then another one opens. I think you're about to meet someone that totally gets where you're coming from because they've been used and abused as well. $20 likes, boom. 6 of Wands reversed. So yeah, like I feel taken for granted. I feel a lack of recognition. I feel like a failure. I feel a lack of success. And if you're giving it, my mum used to say to me, Jenny, you've given it 110%. So in that case, if you've given something 110%, you can't give in any more. It's not that you haven't tried, is it? So the other person is not doing their part. Because I always feel like it's like, you know, you do with the calculations and you're like, but I did this, I did that, I haven't been different, I've always, you know, and it's like, well, that means the other person hasn't then, because it should be just working, it should just be flowing. Yeah, especially if you care that much about it and that you're like putting that much effort into it. If both parties were doing that, you would have something absolutely flying, you know. Proper relationships are effortless, okay? They're literally effortless. It just works because you're both showing up, and it doesn't take loads to make something work really, really well. It takes loads to keep something going that's not working. Something has been flogged to death. It doesn't have a heartbeat, it's flatlined. It's mummified. About 6 months or a year ago. Yeah, mummification. Right, let's get a message from... I think this is someone that's coming in for you, what we're seeing on the other side. There's a lot of mirroring here. But it's like... I always see two people coming together like this. They're going to bump into each other. You know, it'll be like a movie. Like there's a meet cute and you like, maybe you drop something in the supermarket and they pick it up for you. And you lock eyes on each other. It's that kind of like... You don't know who this is, they don't know who you are, you're not aware of each other, but you've both been through similar experiences, like weirdly similar. You're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me, never really know where I stand with you. I don't know why I pulled that really, because these are like no contact cards, so it probably doesn't make sense, that one. Let me think about this, because this is someone new coming in. I'm going to get a different deck. What is this person going to like or love about the Scorpios? You are the only one who gets me without me saying anything. Thank you for being there for me when I needed it the most. Oh, you're going to help this person to heal. This is going to be a very healing relationship, I think, for both of you. Because people feel very betrayed, you know, when they put in 110% something and then it doesn't. It's like, but I did everything I was supposed to do, so it feels very unfair. It feels very unjust. I see, I'm not going to clarify because I don't think I need to. I think we know what's gone on with their past and that this is something new. It's not like, oh, I need to work out the issues with a current person, so I'm going to get... That was like a robot. I'm going to get you, like, relationship advice. Unseen, love can be blind, ensure you're not overlooking red flags. Well, they definitely were. You're probably both guilty of that, to be honest. If someone's very handsome or very beautiful, it's easy to let them get away with more. I always have to go, if they were covered in acne, or they were, you know, like a hunchback of Notre Dame, or something, would I be letting them run around and go to all sorts? No, I would not. And you let people get away with more, like, the nicer that they look or the better they are in bed. You need to get angry. Deep dive into each other, uncover hidden parts. It's so cute. I think you're gonna, like, come together and, like, heal one another and really look after each other's hearts and each other's minds and each other's bank accounts and each other's self-esteem and self-value, self-worth. And that's what a true relationship does. That's very nice. That's very, very nice. It feels very, like a soul union, this one. It feels like it's going to be a really nice conventional relationship with traditional courtship. Don't wait. The advice is don't wait, just go for it. You might have been put off by other people and other situations, other connections that you've got yourself into, but you can trust this person and they can trust you. It's so cute. It's so cute. Thank you for all the likes, everyone. Thank you very much. I'm just thinking what's appropriate to get, because I don't want to get anything that's going to confuse you. Ooh, let's get a timing for when this is going to happen. When is Scorpio going to meet this person? Oops, that needs to be turned over. You're going to meet them in autumn time, so like that's probably like, what, 4 weeks away? 4 weeks away? 8 weeks away? Oh my god, that's very definitive. This is divine timing, and this is going to be like the one. Like, you're going to heal each other. It's going to be... I'm very jealous. No, I'm not jealous. I'm happy for you. I'm envious. You're going to, like, really take care of each other. And, like, you know when someone is just, like, you've got a little nest together and you're a team, and, like, you come home from work, they've got the dinner on the go. They come home from work, you've got the dinner on the go, and you take turns doing that. You each do half around the house, like... You pay half and half of finances. Like, it's all going to be, like, so cute and nice and just, like, really make you so resilient to everything that comes up in life. Oh, I love it. I actually love it so much. I actually love that so much. Earth star activation, anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. Earth star activation. The Earth star chakra found about 6 to 12 inches below our feet. See, that's another chakra that I didn't know about until I bought this book. It is our gateway to the underworld of the earth, a space of sacred magic and mystery where we will find a lot of the tools, gifts and skills the ancients used to connect with the earth and her wisdom. The Egyptian goddess Isis appears on this card as our spiritual guide. She is a high priestess of the stars who knows the importance of connecting with the underworld to stay grounded, aware, and manifest all that we need to grow. Follow in her footsteps by connecting to your Earth star. Anchor down and go digging within to find any parts of your magic, wisdom, and experiences that you may have pushed down, both in this incarnation and in previous lifetimes. These tools could be helpful on the next phase of your journey. Connect, imagine deep roots from the soles of your feet penetrating the earth and anchoring round a giant copper crystal star. Visualize streams of consciousness moving up into your feet. Receive them, then listen deeply. When you draw this card, know your Earth star has been activated and the wisdom you once ignored is finally being acknowledged. The rejected parts of yourself have now been rediscovered. There is an opportunity for you to rediscover magic too, but stay firmly rooted in all of your endeavours. Let the earth hold and sustain you. Don't rush ahead. It's like you both found new wisdom. I think from this incarnation, yes, but sometimes these karmic lessons are generational. And sometimes you've had lives before this one where you didn't maybe learn your lesson, you might have slightly learnt it, and that's why you've had a karmic lesson this time, each of you. But something's definitely changing. You are going to put up healthy boundaries and you're going to let this person prove themselves and they're going to prove themselves, and it'll be pretty instant, by the way. It doesn't take long for someone to show you like what they're about. If they're genuine. If they're disingenuous, probably about 3 months before the mask falls. So full time, you're going to meet this person of your dreams and they're going to meet you, and you're going to have a really healing, loving, healthy relationship. Very, very mutual. Let's get an angel number. (1919) cycles, karma, warning, judgment, influence, power, cycles, changes and rebirth. Oh my gosh. That's everything we've been talking about. Karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so that they don't repeat in the future. I'm sorry. Why does everything complement each other so damn well? Make some space for new experiences. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It just goes so well. Like 1 and 9 is 10 as well. So that's the end of a cycle. It's completion, you know. Right, Scorpio. Let me get you one final card and then I'm going to let you go. Much shorter, that one, because it's about a new energy. It's not, we're not having to fathom anything out. I give myself permission to rest and recharge. Enjoy a 5-minute mindfulness meditation. Okay, like, you do need to heal from what you've been through, and you do deserve to be happy. You're not a fool. Okay, toxic people, parasitic people like narcissists and toxic karmics, they don't look for weak people. They look for compliant people. Okay, so what that means is, because they're chaotic and they find it really difficult to hold down a job, they find it really difficult to hold down a relationship, they find it really difficult to hold down friendships, to stay on good terms with family, it's because they do nasty, terrible, evil things to all of those people around them. All they do is burn bridges, okay? They have very extreme behaviour, they have no boundaries, they are not socially embarrassed to do things that are completely illegal. I'm talking about weapons, I'm talking about drugs, I'm talking about sex with underage people, I'm talking about smashing up property, I'm talking about seriously bad shit. Telling someone that they're selfish, and demanding money from them when they have no rights to that money. No rights whatsoever. They didn't earn that money. They've got their own money that they earn, but they think that you should pay for their stuff as well. Okay, it's a seriously bad person that I'm talking about. They're not attracted to weak people because that doesn't get them their supply. What gets them their supply is someone who's incredibly well-functioning, someone who gets up and goes to work every day, no matter what. Someone who has good connections, someone who has resources, assets. Okay, so you're not a weak person, but you were compliant. It's time to stop being compliant, okay, because you're going to get the same lessons over and over, and possibly this has happened more than once. That's what I mean with cycles, generational patterns. If you've got someone in your family, like a sister or a brother, or a mother or a father who was treated that way, and you've also had that treatment, it's generational. But as soon as you draw boundaries and you get that person out of your life and you say, like, no, someone has to, be doing everything right. They have to have, they have to be good for money. They have to, like, be able to pay for stuff if we meet up or they take me out. They have to be able to pay for their own stuff. Particularly if they're a male, because obviously we're talking about conventional dating. It's just traditional signals that someone is happy to have your time, that they intend to keep you safe, they intend to look after you. Some people will lie and they have a mask on, so they're saying that they paid the bill, but they never. Or they've, taken money from a friend or someone else to pay for that meal. So they're kind of duping you into thinking that they are the traditional prototype for, a gentleman or a lady or whatever, but they're actually, like, duping you. So the mask does slip after a few months, but what happens is if you ignore red flags and you find out that they've lied about absolutely anything, it just continues and it gets worse and worse and worse. Okay, and then you realise, like, how bad this person is, because they can be really romantic, they can be really charming, they can be really sweet at times, but you will see, like, signs of, like, someone that is psychotic. Okay, and, like, if you don't run a million miles away from that straight away, they will just get more and more scary, and you'll be like, oh my god, what is happening? Because there's non-stop drama in my life, and I know when this person wasn't in my life there was no drama, and everyone else around me is good to me. So you have to do the work then. There's something you're not doing to stop that drama from happening. You have to break up with that person, you have to make sure that they're as far away from you as possible. Unfortunately, if they're not, caught, like, on a warrant for their arrest or something, they're probably gonna, like, not take no for an answer, in which case you've got to move locations. Do you know what I mean? It's proper serious. But they're not attracted to people who are weak. You're not a weak person, you were compliant. Okay, so you choose now not to be compliant, but you are not to be ashamed of, like, attracting somebody like this. They're attracted to you because you're good at making money, you're good at maintaining and building relationships, friendships, working connections. You're a functioning person, you're a highly functioning person, but you're highly tolerant as well. So, that's what they're looking for. It doesn't mean that you will always be that way. It's just sometimes they get you when you're wounded, when you've just experienced a really heavy breakup or something and you're feeling like, you want to be rescued, that's when people like this come for you. But what I did was, I was honest with friends and family about what that person was like and how and why the relationship had come to an end, and they were just glad that I'd woken up and seen the light, and they weren't judgmental. They were like, you know, most of us have had somebody like that, and you need not to be embarrassed about it. There's nothing new under the sun. There's stuff like that happening all over the world. It's happened for generations. You won't be the first, you won't be the last. You know, so like the more people I opened up to, the more I realised everyone's dealt with someone like that, whether that's directly or someone they know. It's dealt with someone like that, and it's just monstrous. So you're not to be ashamed, and there is a huge amount of shame attached to it, because you feel like, why did I let that person close to the people that I love, to the children in my life? Like, why did I let that person like take money from me? Why did I, you know? And you judge yourself, but what, they got you in like a weak moment or whatever, you know. You're only human. Anyway, let's break the cycle, Scorpio. I believe you already have. I believe the cross watcher already has, and I believe that you are coming together this fall, this autumn, and it's going to be very healing, and this person is very benign. Like, don't worry about that, because it literally says don't wait. What the narcissist saw in you, what the toxic karmic saw in you each, was what you can earn, what you look like, what resources you have, how much you're willing to see the good in them. That's what they liked, okay? What you're going to like about each other is those things, but that's like a drop in the ocean. The rest of what they view as special about you is your values, that you would make an excellent role model as a parent, or, you know, a lovely like older sister to their little brother, or a lovely like older brother, their little sister, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, you will complement this person's life because you are another benign person, and you will not take advantage of anyone. You are there to support people and encourage them to be the best version of themselves, and they will deserve that. Does that make sense? It's about your values as well as what you look like or what resources you have. It's about your values. It's proper nice. Okay, I'm going to tidy up those cards. Take care, Scorpio. Take time to heal, and don't be hard on yourself. Don't judge yourself because other people aren't judging you like that. Trust me, they're not. They understand. They're really cute decks, by the way. That one is the Deep Love card deck. I like them for like relationship advice. And that one is the Romance and Love Oracle deck. Quite underrated decks, these. Both off Temu. I get everything off Temu because I can't afford to pay ridiculous prices for stuff. I mean, it's paper, isn't it? So it's going to get crumpled. It's going to absorb moisture off your hands. And I don't like to use battered old cards. I think that's grubby. We like crispy cards. I cycle around lots of different decks to keep them fresh. And I get bored with the same, you know, the same illustrations. I like to get different meanings from the different illustrations. Please give me a like before you go out, or stick around if you are cusping, you want to watch Sagittarius, or you're cross-watching because you're dealing with a Sagittarius. But please give me a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype me up, send me rubies or stuff towards rubies, whatever all that is. Give me a super chat, send me a supportive message, order something. Join the memberships. Memberships are $5.99 a month. They focus on other things, so less on love but more about your finances, you know, how's your life going. The Native American Indian medicine wheel reading is for your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, your connection to spirit. How good is that at the moment? And I do a how to read tarot series as well, so you get an instalment of that each month. The first month is free, I believe, so you can see whether you like it or not. I am doing Sagittarius and then I will do Capricorn. Let me just get my bottle of water. I always go in zodiac order so everyone knows where they stand. Do you know what I mean? So the timestamp for Sagittarius is going to be 2 hours and 2 minutes. Actually, let's call it 2 hours and 3 minutes now. I'll be doing Pisces tonight, if that's okay. I've got double dentist and then I've got pottery. I'm going to go to pottery earlier today. I'll do Aquarius and Pisces tonight. Okay, let's have a few shuffles and we'll see what's coming in for Sagittarius in this first week of August. Hi Proxy, or Proxy. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me. For Sagittarius' highest good, how is Sagittarius feeling in this first week of August 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Sagittarius is feeling, please. So in the challenge position, you've got the 7 of Pentacles, so very reflective energy, somewhat at a crossroads, okay? Looking back at the past and contemplating the future, okay? Was enough achieved? Do I feel the sense of reward for all the work I put in? Hi Torres, I don't answer questions in the chat, but it will answer your question if you watch your sign or the sign of your person. We're currently on Sagittarius. I've already done Scorpio and Libra. Right, the challenge is the Ace of Cups. Where is the love? Oh my god, I just went lightheaded again, and I'm telling you now, if you look up the reason for readers going lightheaded, it'll give you like logical reasons, like, oh, you've not eaten enough, you've not drank enough. I've had a large breakfast this morning, less than 2 hours ago. I've been drinking water as well as coffee. Like, I am fed and watered, okay? I've not been sitting for that long. It's only like 2 hours at this point. But when I looked at spiritual explanations, it's because I'm like having really intense like physiological reactions to the energies that I'm tapping into. And all this like mental processing and everything, it's very exhausting for your brain and your body. It like messes with your nervous system, because you have like realizations about stuff and you tap into higher frequencies and stuff. It's really draining, and I keep getting really lightheaded, but my readings are like on point, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Ace of Cups is love for oneself or being in love, okay? When it's reversed, the love is gone. There was love there from a person and with a person, and it's gone. So that's the challenge, is like, you might be feeling a bit down today. You might be feeling a bit like looking back at an ex. They might be not so long ago become an ex, and a recent ex, and you might be having a bit of a wobble thinking, I really miss that person, or I miss the life that we had. Or you might be thinking that wasn't love, that was like using, or it's a lot of reflection and introspection and raking over the past. Knight of Cups in the challenge position, and upright we've got a combination. Let's go from the back to the front. The Four of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. I don't know if it's like a particular birthday or anniversary, or something has triggered a memory you've seen. Sometimes you see on Facebook, I hate that when Facebook throws up like what are they called? They're like memories, aren't they? Like past memories of things that happened on this day, like 3 years ago or 4 years ago or 10 years ago. I hate that, because it's like relationships that have broken down since then, and it can make you like really triggered and really sad, and you weren't looking for that, and it's put it up in front of you. I think that's really dangerous, that feature on a lot of stuff. You're trying to move on, you're trying to like be strong, and you could have been doing quite well. Black tourmaline bracelet, wear it on your left wrist, that will help. What's that help with? The dizziness? We've got cards of recovery, but we've got Eight of Cups and Ten of Swords. I feel that you're really struggling today, or you're going to really struggle this week if you haven't already, Sagittarius. Like, I think it must be, sometimes if you're going through a separation or something, you get divorce papers through, or you get communication about, something being finalised, and it can be really, really sad as fuck, It's heavy stuff here. The Ten of Swords is the most pain that anyone can feel. Hydra, it's the end. There's no way to defeat the Hydra. Too many heads on it. But you are finally walking away from this. I think you're raking over the past, but you recognise that the love is gone on their part, and it might be all you can do to stop yourself from going and pleading with this person, like to think again. I think you're really trying to do mind over matter here and let something go. I really strongly feel that it's very depressing. It's like a really depressing energy, really sad. But the only good thing I can say about the Ten of Swords is that 10 is the end of a cycle, and things have to reset. You're not gonna be able to sustain this level of pain and upset and disappointment and misery for a long time. It has to stop, because it's not physiologically good for your body. That's why grief comes in waves. You can't sustain that level of distress. It would be like fatal for you. It would literally be so bad for your heart. In a biological way, it would be very, very bad for you. So, waves of grief come and go. That it has to do it and then stop, and then do it and then stop. So, I do feel like today's a very difficult day for some reason, or the week ahead's going to be very, very difficult. So I imagine you've received some sort of paperwork, something's being finalised, you're finding something out, you're hearing something. Oh God, that thought, I remember my friend meeting up with me saying, let's meet up, and I want to tell you something. I wanted to tell you face to face before you find out from anyone else. And she told me that my ex had proposed to someone new, and I just, do you know when your heart sinks into your stomach? It was just like a knife through my stomach. It was just awful. My stomach just dropped and then that was a year and a half after the breakup. But it was really, really sad, really upsetting. And I appreciated her doing that, but I didn't appreciate her doing that at the same time. It's the bearer of extremely bad news. And I just feel like you've had some sort of really sad news that has made you really sad. So it's something being finalised, or finding out this person is seeing someone new. But, it's really hard for you. Sometimes, you've been waiting for a property to sell or something like that that's been joint, even though you're separated, and so that's a finalising of something. Assets being split, something like that, but it's really got to you, really, really badly. You could be really crying a lot. Let's see who's showing up in your energy, because I feel like we've got to move away from that now. The Seven of Cups reversed. So, I haven't had this card come out for ages, The Seven of Cups upright is when you have a blank canvas and you're looking at your life and you're thinking, what is it that I want for my future? And you're choosing what it is that you want to paint. What picture do I want to paint? How should I imagine my life being in the future? What direction should I choose? I don't look at it as having loads of different people to choose from. Other people will say that, other readers will say that, but I just think it's what do I want for my life? I actually don't know. I don't know where I want to live. I don't know what I want to do for a living. I don't know who I want to be with, what qualities they will have. It's really just thinking that through. It's I don't know what I want. I've got no inspiration yet. It's been at a crossroads. When it's reversed, those thoughts and those sort of daydreams have crossed over into fantasy and delusion. And that's because we're more comfortable in thinking about what the future could be than what we've got in the present. There's actually a word for that, because a lot of autistic people like to do that. It begins with A, and I always say I'm going to look it up, and then I don't. But when people are living in fantasy land and they're constantly daydreaming and constantly thinking about the future, because they're more comfortable with that than the reality, than the present situation that's actually happening. That's what this card reversed represents. Okay, it's fantasy and delusion. It's a lot of hours being spent thinking about the future. So this is, whoever's showing up for you is doing this. They're doing this now. We'll have to get some black tourmaline there. I think I might have a piece of black tourmaline. Six of Wands reversed. Someone feels like a big fat flop. They feel unnoticed. They feel unrecognised, unseen. Like their victories are not being celebrated. You know, when someone makes you feel like wallpaper and you're just like an everyday person to them. I think this person is someone... They're very unhappy in their current circumstances. I'm not going to say like that they're in a relationship and they're unhappy in it. I don't know if they are. I think they might not be. I think they might be just single or solo, but they don't feel good. They don't feel like they're getting any attention, and they dream of a future where, you know, they're making a life with someone. We've got the Three of Swords in the challenge position. The King of Swords upright and the King of Wands reversed. This could be your ex. I didn't want to say that and I was thinking about it. But that lack of like feeling seen, feeling recognised, feeling like a failure, and not being happy in your current situation. Then we've got heartbreak. So I wonder if something has happened between the two of you that is like a finalisation, some paperwork, an email from solicitors, or you know, you've had to go to you know, a meeting with lawyers present, or a house has got sold, or, you know, sale agreed, or something's happened where it's made the two of you very emotional. But this person is in a King of Swords energy. It's a masculine energy, a king energy. They're dealing with things like acting like very emotionally detached, dealing with logic, factual, approach me in the right way, or so help me, I will like swing this sword. They're thinking in a very strategic way. They're going to be quite persuasive. It's all about communication and thoughts and facts and knowledge and logic. Doing what's fair, what's right, what's just. Okay, legal stuff. Talking. This King of Wands reversed is someone that feels under threat, because the King of Wands upright is someone who has their solar plexus really activated. They're confident, they're assertive, they're goal orientated, they're action orientated, they feel in control. This looks like someone who's feeling very defensive because they're putting that sword in front of them, like, you know, I'm feeling like a loss of control here, and so I'm going to detach from my emotions and I'm going to throw down the gauntlet and deal with things in a really like black and white, straight down the middle kind of way, like very much straight. You know, and there is heartbreak there, so it could be that you are separating from each other, but you're incredibly emotional at this time, both of you, and hurting, and it's definitely like emotions like spiraling. So I feel like that's being triggered by some sort of event or happening. Let's get 3 for the outcome. Why is that card the wrong way around? The Queen of Cups reversed. The Queen of Cups upright is someone with an open heart chakra, like they're very forgiving, compassionate, patient, understanding. It's reversed, so, you know, a lack of forgiveness, a lack of compassion, a lack of patience, impatient, you know, holding grudges, bitter. There's bitterness here. When emotions are fraught and tempers fray, you know, it's dangerous. Like, bad things can be said to one another. It can get nasty. You know, if there was a lot of love there previously, it sort of heightens everything, doesn't it? When love has just kind of faded out, there isn't that kind of intense exchange between you. It's because there's hurting going on that things get said, you know, and done in an aggressive kind of way. High Priestess, upright, links intuition, trying to understand, you know, like the deeper meaning and the wider picture. Where is life going? Where is my life going? Where is all of this taking us? You know, why is this happening? It's the third eye chakra. It's the gut. Like, I'm trying to navigate everything that's coming my way in the dark. You know, lynxes are amazing at predicting what's about to happen. They've got incredible foresight. They're very good for seeing in the dark. They can sense everything, you know, with the hairs on their ears. They tread very lightly. Just trying to navigate everything that is, you know, coming our way and anticipating it as early as possible. Page of Wands, excitement for new. Okay, so this is a very difficult time, very tense time. But once it's done, it's going to feel like, you know, once the sadness is kind of like dissipated, it's going to feel like a relief, like a weight's being lifted. And you're going to realise, like, you now have jurisdiction, total jurisdiction over how life goes, instead of feeling like things are being dictated to you, things are being steered off track. You're not in control, a loss of control, you know, a lack of satisfaction. You're not going to feel that, because it's going to be your life, your direction, your guidance, your goals, your drive, your steering of the ship, and the ship's yours. Do you know what I mean? So there will be a sense of excitement eventually. You're going to feel like, right, I'm getting back on track. I'm getting back towards my goals before this person was ever a part of my life. Because everything has to start being joint goals, mutual, you know, achievements, striving for things together, compromise. But now you get back to fully being in control of your own destiny. So that will feel, on some level, that will feel satisfying. And that's just the bin lorry going past outside. I need more water. I think it's going to be a hot one today. You may be curious to see what this person has to say. So I will get messages for that. This is the highest number of likes I've had in a long time. The future, I daydream. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. See, they're also having wobbles. They're also having wobbles and like thinking about, you know, if you'd stayed together, what would have been, or like if you got back together, what could be. Yeah, that's normal for people to do that, and to be honest, that's the minimum I would expect from someone that I've spent a large part of life with. I'd expect them to have a wobble and be like, what have I done? You know, that does count for something. Even if, like, you don't end up reconciling it and then reuniting and get back together, just to know that they had a wobble, that they questioned what they did is something. Because when someone doesn't even question it, they don't even stop to look back once, it's fucking insulting. That's insulting, you know. At least if someone can have a wobble and question what they're doing, and maybe this was a huge mistake, a huge oversight, it feels like something. Let's get a confession, that'll be fun. I let other people influence my choices. So they're kind of passing the buck and saying it's like people around me, like I do these things because of people around me. Okay, whether that's overbearing parents or siblings or friends, or someone that's trying to seduce them, it's other people's fault, according to them. Or it could be that other people are kind of getting them to feel really emotional about this, and, you know, saying, oh, maybe you should just get back together, or maybe you should, are you sure you're doing the right thing? You know, maybe it's other people that are like trying to influence it that way. Let's get 2 timing cards. Let's get one for reunion and one for new love, because I do feel like this is coming to a close. Emotional though it is, heavy though it is, I do feel like it's coming to a close. So let's get a card for reconciliation, in case that's something that is possible. Let go of it all for now. What about new love for Sagittarius? I think Spirit is wanting you to let the dust settle, let things lie, okay? Just sit with the uncomfortable emotions and let them simmer down, let them settle down, because it's at boiling point at the moment, isn't it? Look, create space for it to happen sooner. You just don't make any moves towards anyone. You've gone through so much, Sagittarius, and so is this person, that you really need to let the sleeping dogs lie, okay? Really let things calm down. Sometimes the answer isn't like that we need to take action. You're a fire sign. You're the archer, so you're always like creating goals and going for them. You aim and you shoot, but you need to sometimes just be still. Do you know what I mean? And emotion being painful or difficult doesn't mean that it's wrong. Sometimes you need to sit with it and let it calm down by itself. We can't distract ourselves or defeat it or do something to try to control it. And you don't need to rush onto anything new if you're not ready to. You absolutely do not have to do that. It's quite healthy to have time solo, you know, and it's quite healthy to reflect on something major coming to a close. It would be weird not to. It'd be like a very ignorant soul. It'd be a total ignoramus that does not acknowledge the end of something great, the end of something huge. You know, like, what kind of shallow individual or thoughtless individual or like vacuous, vacant person doesn't sit and think about how sad it is that something major's coming to a close. Of course you're going to. That's normal. It'd be abnormal not to do that. What's the advice? Don't overdo it. Ask your mother. Only do it once. Take a chance. Remain flexible. That's a lot of advice. If you want to give this person a second chance, you can't give them a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh chance. Okay? It's once, and then it's done. If you feel like it's already done, because there were so many chances, and that's what it's kind of getting at, you don't have to like rush yourself into anything. You can actually do damage by moving on too quickly, okay? Because you're desperate to like not feel these feelings anymore, so you fling yourself into something. That person treats you like shit, and it actually sets you back, because it places an even higher focus and an even higher importance on what you've lost. So it can make you feel 10 times worse, 100 times worse to rush into anything with anyone new. It's not always a case of climb on, move on. It's not. If you aren't emotionally, healed, if you are still really vulnerable and hurting, someone giving you a very negative experience is going to heighten that sense of distress and loss and what I've lost. And this person made me feel like this, and they would never have treated me like that. It's going to amplify it. It's not going to make you feel good. So even if your mother isn't alive anymore, even if your mother is someone that has passed away, they are right by your side. They are looking over your shoulder, and they can see everything you've gone through, but they can also see the future. People that have passed on can see the future. We can't as humans, but they can. They're not human anymore. They can do things that we can't. Okay, so they're often trying to indicate things to you or send you love and support to just help you to calm down, so you don't feel like you have to do anything. Sometimes if we think the other person's moved on, that means we have to. No, you don't. Put your own emotional well-being first. Put your own physical safety first. If you feel highly vulnerable, you don't do anything with anyone. I strongly feel like someone's watching over you, someone that really cares about you, is like, that's already passed on, is like really trying to give you support at this time. Hard out crypto. If you're looking for the Leo reading, I already did that, so you'd have to come out of this live and or you might be cross-watching, the sign of your person. But if you want the Leo reading, you come out of this live, go to the live playlist, and it's titled Leo and Virgo. I did it yesterday. Arcturian light codes. Recalling power, future thinking. Oh my god, it says the future there, and it says future thinking. Recall your power. You're feeling weak right now, okay, but all things are possible. You're very capable. Whatever you want for your own future, it's totally doable. I'll let you look up what this means and read it, you will be able to find that information, because AI will scrape it for you. It's the Kyle Gray Gateway of Light Activation Oracle deck. And there's a book with a lot of writing that goes with this, but I know what this card means now. And like, basically, you need to come back into alignment with where you're supposed to be. Okay, like you feel very emotional about the situation. You're not thinking clearly, because emotions are just pooling, and like you're drowning in emotion here. It's just, I can feel it on both sides. But too much has happened. Too much water has gone under the bridge, as we like to say in the UK. Let everything settle. You haven't got to do anything. You don't have to date anyone. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to compete with this person if they've been seeing someone. None of that. You focus on what you need, what's best for you. And she don't deserve to be hurting, but it would be weird not to acknowledge a huge ending or a huge, final, like, parting of the ways. That is very upsetting. It's very difficult. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Why have I turned them over? Or are they other ones that came out and I didn't? Ooh, that's weird. You can bet that this person's gonna crawl back and you'll regret taking them back. Don't keep giving this person chances. You're just going to be stuck in Groundhog Day. And don't, if you had a one night stand or something to try and like climb on and move on and it made you feel worse, don't do that again. Okay, don't let anybody make you feel like that. Your mother's watching. Your mother is watching. It's the time for healing. Okay, I'm going to get you an angel number after this general advice. My efforts are being supported by the universe. My dreams manifest into reality before my eyes. Keep a journal of your progress towards your dreams to see their manifestations over time. You're not stuck, you're not lost. When something comes to an end, and especially if you didn't choose that, you can feel really like you're spinning out of orbit and you've been cut loose. You feel really ungrounded. You feel completely lost, helpless, vulnerable. It's really like the opposite of feeling anchored down. You feel like you're just spinning out of like orbit. It's not nice. So every single day you're achieving stuff. If you eat nourishing food, you're achieving stuff. If you move and exercise your body, you are achieving stuff. If you conduct yourself with grace and dignity, you are achieving stuff. If you take care of your appearance and you look nice and you are kind to other people, you are achieving stuff. If you go and you do an honest day's hard work, you are achieving stuff. It's not hard to make the universe happy. The universe wants to see you, just trying and putting one foot in front of the other and functioning, because the universe recognises how hard that is at certain times of our lives, depending on what we're going through. You might think, well, that's just easy, but it's horrible and dark sometimes, the stuff that we're going through, and doing just normal shit is fucking heroic. It is. And the more you do it and the more you create new routines for yourself like that, day in, day out, the more that becomes the new norm. And you start to hear nice compliments from people, you start to accomplish things and feel good about yourself, and it does not have to involve another person, like being romantic with you or sexual with you or flirting with you. You may just be completely shut off from all of that, and that's absolutely fine. the heart, needs to protect itself. So libido goes, I felt totally depressed in that area of my body for like a solid 4 months. And I have a very high sex drive. Like, I know I do. So, when the body is like responding like that, it's because it doesn't want any interaction like that. The heart can't take any more hurt. You're too vulnerable. You don't need to be dating again. You don't listen to anyone that's trying to push you. You need friends that are trying to rush you to like go and do stuff like that, or don't let your ego tell you like, oh, you need to show that person like you can get people to. No, none of that. One four light up. Mood swings. Respect. Family. Constructive outlook. Quality. Focus on your needs, desires and hobbies. Oh my God, is that not what I've just been saying? Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities and new friends, or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. So you are, just because you're going through a breakup or a separation or a divorce doesn't mean that you have to live miserably. You don't deserve to be unhappy. You don't deserve to go hungry. You don't deserve to like not have any appetite. I made myself eat food after. I've never reacted to a breakup like that one. It was a really, really bad one like 25 years ago. I made myself eat food. I'm a foodie. I'm always overweight. Do you know what I mean? I've always got a few extra pounds on me. I went like almost anorexic, and I was just having to make myself eat food because I just felt miserable. Like I felt like my whole future had been erased, and the sense of lack of control and such a sense of betrayal. The person didn't cheat on me, but I felt cheated out of my future that I was promised by that person. And I did nothing wrong. And it can really put you in a dark place. So, it's very important to just be around other people. Train your mind. Cognitive behavioural therapy, exercise can really like focus your mind, even if it's just for a little while. Any funny movie, anything to make you just laugh a little bit, starting a new hobby, or just like going to work, like just keep doing stuff, keep planning things for yourself, keep achieving stuff, go places you've always wanted to go, and you'll realise like you're still you and you're still on track for having an amazing life. You were never not that person. Maybe that person isn't who you thought they were. Maybe they're not living up to everything they promised to be. They can walk around and say they earn more money or they do this or that better than you, but let them fuck up, let them hang themselves. Do you know what I mean? Because they will do. But for now, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to take care of yourself, and you deserve to be happy. You do not deserve to be miserable. 0303, taking chances. Success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, optimism. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. So you're going through an ascension. This is really important. You feel like you're grieving, you feel like there's been a death. You're going to go through a really big ascension now, because you're getting back in alignment with your true life's path. That person steered you right off course and into the deep, okay? 3 is a number of community, so this is all about social connections, making good connections in work, making important strategic connections in work will get you. I got myself into new courses, new jobs, and I talked my way into some of them. I didn't have the credentials, but I was honest and I said, I'm in a hole and I'm worried about what's going to happen to me. I've been through this. I withdrew from a teaching course. my boyfriend split up with me. I've got all this stuff going on and I'm trying to swim for the surface. And I didn't tell them about the breakup, but I told them that, like, I've withdrawn from the centre manager that I was working in. She said, oh my God, I withdrew from a teaching course as well. She was like, I want to help you. So you're not to be ashamed of anything that you're doing. Just because someone else decided you're screwing up your life doesn't mean you are. I know I'm a teacher now, but this is like I went to work in children's centres, I went to work in private schools, charities. I've worked and lived abroad. I've lived all kinds of lives. And I come back, and 2 years ago I went back into teaching, a much more confident person, working with a subject that I already have a degree in, so not the exact same direction that everyone else followed, but I was actually earning more money than my friends were that stayed on the course because they couldn't secure a job for years after. What you're doing isn't wrong. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your life, and nothing is straightforward. It's not, and it's not supposed to be. You're not supposed to have all the answers now. But you're a powerful person, you're a force to be reckoned with. The chips are down right now, but you're going to start to stack those chips back up, okay? And we'll see who the winner is. Dual income, no children, just saying. I think I've pulled all the cards that I can for you. This is your time. This is time for you. It's not time to be worrying about anyone else or trying to work around anyone else's weirdness, or shortcomings or limitations. You're in full control now. So eventually you'll feel like you want to go full throttle and you're going to start stacking up the chips. And you're going to be a winner because you're a Sagittarian, you're the archer. You won't have any of this crap pulling you back. Alright, take care. I hope that resonates with some people. If it doesn't, you are very welcome to book a personal reading. Please give me a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype me up, and I will see you in the next one. Memberships are $5.99 a month. Members get finance readings, they get health readings, and how to read tarot as well. I try to focus on like you as an individual and not just on love. So yeah, the memberships are all about you basically. Information for your evolution, your highest good. If you do want a personal reading, and you want to know that it's a message from your person to you, that the time is specific from your person to you, because those readings by zodiac sign are collective, you're very welcome to book a personal reading. You just have to email me at jen3585@gmail.com. You can tell me who the reading is about, or if you just want to know if anyone is in your energy, who it is that's coming in. And you don't have to have a love reading. It could be general or finance reading. It could be absolutely anything. If someone asked me for a reading because they need to make a decision with their business and they said it was par excellence. So, do you know what I mean? That was their words, not mine. But I do like to quote that. I think that's such a nice compliment. I've got testimonials all over my community page if you want to read those. They are straight from the mouths of my clients. What else? Right, we are going on to Capricorn, and then I have double dentist for my sins. No, I have not been flossing, but I have an electric toothbrush, so that is my defence. So help me God. A little bit of water. Okay, let's have a few shuffles for Capricorn. My gums have been a lot better since I moved on to diet lemonade anyway. Sugary drinks are evil. Can't stand tonic water though, it makes me ill. Like, it tastes like chemicals, so why would you want to do that? And then it gives me like a headache as well. The worst thing you can ever do for your gums is smoke. Do not smoke. I've never smoked cigarettes ever, not one. I don't think vaping is much better either. That sounds very unhealthy. You make lemonade slurpees and then blend them up with vanilla ice cream. Or I had an ice cream yesterday. I've been on a high protein diet. But I did have an ice cream yesterday because I did double exercise yesterday. I'm doubling up on everything. So, you know, it's better. My favourite ice cream is coconut ice cream. It's goddamn beautiful. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Capricorn's highest good. How is Capricorn feeling in this first week of August 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Capricorn's feeling, please. Ooh, I'm seeing the 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, but let's read from the back because there is a lot of cards here. The Queen of Swords reversed, ouch, 9 of Swords reversed, 3 of Wands reversed, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Usually, I'd say with the 10 of Pentacles that you're married to someone and you're already in like established lasting generational wealth, but because we've got the 8 of Pentacles ahead of it, I feel like you're striving for, maybe you had the 10 of Pentacles with someone and you are striving to become economically independent, which is the 9 of Pentacles, which is missing here, and then you would like to have the 10 of Pentacles with someone in the future and collaborate, okay, put incomes together, savings together, have joint assets. It seems to me, with the Queen of Swords energy in the reverse in particular, hostile, like severing contact with someone. 9 of Swords reverse is overcoming anxiety. 3 of Wands is hesitancy and procrastination. You know, there's growth and expansion. I think you'd be hesitant to pick a new person to co-create with. I think you're going to have your eyes wide open and you're just going to pick really carefully this time. You could have been someone that got married very quickly, very romantically, and this time you're going to be more practical, more goat about it. I didn't really crave like sweet food now that I'm having loads of protein. I think it's like probably the issue was I wasn't getting enough protein. I was having like a third of everything on my plate, and I need to just like basically like mostly have protein. But I do have bread, but I don't crave all the sweet foods anymore. I don't crave all the carbs anymore. And I mean, like, I used to visualize food and like I was a pervert when it came to food, and I'm not a pervert anymore. It was perversion on top of perversion. 3 of Pentacles, teamwork. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. You're looking for someone to collaborate with, and you're going to be quite choosy who you pick this time around. The Hermit reversed. So, in the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool realises that he must walk this part of the journey alone, because the answers lie within him. So I think you're either coming out of hermit mode and you've been in it for quite some time, or there's a need to isolate and really think about what you want in your next person. It's the Major Arcana for Virgo, and Virgos are incredibly reflective. They constantly rake over the past, okay? They feel that they need to learn really strong lessons. And they are visionaries, okay? And we need to look back at the past in order to work out our future. Let's see who's showing up for you. The King of Pentacles, hello. The 10 of Cups upright. The 2 of Cups. I can't stop shouting. And the Moon upright. Oh my God, you're going to meet your match. You're going to have a family with this person. You may have more children. I'm beaming. I'm absolutely beaming. I'm thinking of a Capricorn that I know who's divorced, and I actually feel really, really bad for him. He's been solo and he's ended up in a country that's not his own, you know, not living with his children anymore, and he didn't want any of that. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh my gosh, I would literally saying the other day I would love for him to like meet someone and fall in love and make a family again. Like, especially I think in his own country as well. That's so beautiful. I mean, that is just wonderful. It's going to be someone that's a fantastic provider. They may already have their own children, and you may blend a family between your children and their children. You may become a step parent if your children are grown and their children are younger. Or you may have another child, you know, with this new partner. But it's going to be mutual. You're going to very much fall in love with each other. This is really nice. And you're going to be really successful because you're going to have a really good, solid attitude towards the relationship, each one of you. Much stability, and you are going to go for it. This Piscean energy, Pisces the moon, oh, you're in love with a Capricorn who's detained by ice. That's awful. Oh. That's awful. Lately he's been pulling away. Maybe he's pulling away because he just feels like it's too, you know, like it's too hard. Like if you've got the government against you, that's, how do you like overcome that? Like, maybe physically and practically can't overcome that. Maybe he's depressed. Oh. And don't forget, these are collective readings, okay? I'm thinking about someone when I'm like reading this, because I tend to do that. I think about the people that I know who are the relevant signs. So it may be, you know, that story, or it may not be. Let's get some more cards. Why is that card not the right way? The Strength card reversed. Something, there's a need to be emotionally strong. Something's very challenging. It's the Major for Leo. Leo has natural bronze, okay, but it's just as emotional. There's a big Leo heart, same as anyone else's. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Why is the bad karma here? The Wheel of Fortune, when it's upright, is it's when you've done the right thing and you receive good karma, good luck, dharma. When you get the Wheel of Fortune reversed, you're either not having strong enough boundaries, or you're stepping over someone else's boundaries, and so you get bad luck until you rectify, you know, the situation. So I'll tell you that I'm saying the thing about the person that I'm thinking of. You know, he's living in England and he only came here because he came with his partner. So I don't get someone being in a different country like on this spread. I'm just thinking about that person and mentioning that because that's the person I'm thinking of. On here, the message that I'm getting is that Capricorn has mutual love with a person, the potential for happiness with a person, in terms of everyone's cups are going to be full. There's going to be children with the 10 of Cups. If there isn't already children, there will be children. And this person is a solid provider and they're in a masculine energy. That's what I get from the spread. I didn't get anything about another country. It's just that when I'm thinking of the person I'm thinking of, he is in a different country to his own, through no fault of his own. You know what I mean? It wasn't his choice to be here. And then his partner split up with him. And I do really feel bad for him. And his partner's my friend. But I think she did what she had to do, because she wouldn't have been able to bring the children back to the UK from his country. But I think it's left him in the shit, to be honest. Which she does now, and she has supported him a lot, but it's just one of them shit situations, really. Let's get 3 for the outcome. The Ace of Pentacles. The Fool card, the King of Swords, and a full moon. So we get another one because they are a combination. The King of Swords is strategy, it's persuasive, it's planning, it's forward thinking, it's working with research, the facts. Knowledge is power to air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Swords are about dignity, communication, knowledge, facts, logic, what's humanitarian, what's right, what's fair, what's equal, justice. It's very like, it's air sign, but it's in particular Aquarian energy. We've got the Fool card and we've got high emotions. So despite logic being applied, it's being done because of emotions. And this Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning and strong commitment. Let's get one final one. The Love is reversed. Why? Unrequited love. Poor Sprinkle. You're going to be like clicking off this. You're going to be like, oh my God, I can't. I said I was going and she made me stay. The Lovers card is the twins. It's the major for Gemini. When it's upright, it's two people that are literally meant to be together. They signed a soul contract in the 5D. And, you know, that was an agreement to be together in the 3D in a very conventional relationship. And it just flows. It's easy. Yeah, it's a meeting of minds, hearts, souls. Just made to be together, basically. And it's mutual when it's upright. When it's reversed, it's unrequited love. But if you look at the Strength card in the reverse and a karmic wheel reversed, I don't understand where that's coming from. I am going to have to clarify with this because I don't understand where we're getting bad karma coming in. Bad luck, bad fortune for this person that's dealing with Capricorn. Because this person they are striving for independence and they do want to collaborate in the future. They've got the 10 of Pentacles upright, but they've got the 8 of Pentacles, like, I need to be able to make a living. Now, bear in mind that for a lot of people, in particular Capricorns, hard work is necessary for good self-esteem and sense of approval from others. And they will not like to be given charity. They like to stand on their own 2 feet and they like to actually be the provider. And that is part of their dignity and their, you know, claim to being a Capricorn. They are the goat. They like to strive to achieve and get to places that are, you know, think about where goats get themselves to. They get on the side of cliffs, the side of dams. They get to the top crevices, the top pointiest parts of the remotest mountains. And they are chilled doing it. and no other animal can manage it. They can't get up there. They haven't got that kind of like physique. They haven't got that balance. They haven't got that goatedness about them. So, you know, that forms a sense of safety and security for an earth sign. We like to count our pentacles. We like to stack them up. We like to feel... It's not about ego, it's about security and safety. It's not about ego, we're not fire signs. It's about security and safety. A practical, pragmatic approach, slow and steady wins the race. Plod along, you know, live your life in a very kind of like simple way and get happiness. But they are self-sabotaging. I've just realised that we got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. We have, haven't we? They've got the Queen of Swords reversed. You've got the King of Swords upright. So you are trying to fight justice. You are offering a new beginning. You are offering the 10 of Cups. But they want to achieve the 8 of Pentacles. So they want to be financially independent. They want to stand on their own 2 feet. And then achieve dual income together. So I think it could be a turn off. I don't know what country this person's from originally. But it's part of their dignity, and particularly in, you know, certain countries and cultures and religions, it's part of your masculinity in order to be the head of a family. And they may have money that they want to send home to dependents, and that could be like the whole reason that they're there. So I don't think it's that they don't want it, but they might be pulling away because they feel like this just isn't like legally doable. It's not like, and it might not be forever that they do this, but we have got, it is telling me that the Three of Wands reverse is like, I know what I want, but I'm buying myself time. So you will feel that they're pulling away, but I don't think it's because their focus is on stability. It's on financial stability and safety and security. And it is only right to, you know, to build that in a place. You can't build a house in a hurricane, okay? Things have to be done in like a certain kind of way. Let's get a message from them. Nine of Pentacles upright is financial independence, and they haven't got that. They've got the Eight of Pentacles. So that's an intention and hard work going into something, but they do want the Ten of Pentacles. They are looking to collaborate, but they've got the Three of Pentacles. They want teamwork, they want collaboration, they want to be a part of it. They don't want to be giving charity. No one compares. No matter how many people I've met and experiences I have, there's no one who compares to you, Capricorn. So Capricorn, you've got a person who's absolutely devoted. They think you are very special, very, very, very special. They would even like to make a family with you. Because these are messages from Capricorn's person. Hi, Adriana. Let's get a confession. I feel like you can see right through me. See, Capricorn, your person feels very vulnerable. They feel like, you know, there's nowhere to hide. You know that they're serious about you. You know what they want. You know what they've got in mind. Let's get another message. Oh, that's such a nice compliment. Thank you for saying that. I am reacting from a place of my own fear. Okay, so this person is terrified of losing you, Capricorn. They're terrified that this is unrequited, that you don't want it, that you're actually like sabotaging this, that you've changed your mind, that you've got the ick or whatever. I don't think that's the case. I think there's external factors, and that does, you know, we see it in movies all the time, don't we? Like push the person away, pretend that you're not into them because you're actually like worried that you're going to hurt them long term or something like this. But sometimes it like you do like someone, but the circumstances don't allow it, or at least not right now. What can you do? The government are taking you away in handcuffs. You can't do anything, can you? Your hands are tied, so you're going to feel depressed. You'll be getting mistreated. You're going to feel like life's unfair. You're not going to be able to reply like straight away, because I don't know what happens to people when they're in custody with ICE. You know what I mean? Like it's, I don't think you're just chilling. So maybe that's your perception. Maybe it's not reality. Let's get you some advice. Of course. Of course this person wants to be with you as much as you want to be with them. Of course you should believe that everything's going to work out eventually. That's my reminder that I've got double dentist. At 2 o'clock, so I need to hurry up. Reunion of spirits indicates the coming together of souls that were once separated. Ooh. Feels a bit twin flamesy, that, doesn't it? You could have a runner chaser dynamic. I'm not saying you have. I'm not saying you haven't either. Our paths will always reunite. You have mutual goals. I will tell you that. You have mutual goals. This person's looking to collaborate. If you're the cross watcher, if you're the Capricorn, this person's looking to collaborate. Capricorn, your person is crazy about you. They're offering like everything. They're offering total commitment. But they feel like they're not getting that back. So things need to be communicated once you're feeling better. What's the messy truth about this connection? Used, then discarded, thrown away, devalued, emotional trash. Oh, that's brutal. Somebody feels like that. I know, the government's a dickhead in every country. I think. Toxic, destructive relationship, manipulative, gaslighting. Okay, there has been some toxicity. Temporary relief, distractions aren't a quick fix for deeper issues. Tender attentions, with care and concern, approach gently, nurturing with soft, kind gestures. Destroyed, shattered, broken, completely ruined. Hi, Ali. I don't answer questions in the chat. I can do personal readings, but they're £25. I'm absolutely not offended if you go to another channel that's offering that. You know, questions to be answered in the chat. Planning, text, phone call, meeting up. Not everyone is meant to stay forever. Some people come to teach you something. I think you will have further communication with this person, but I'm not sure if it's going to be like a straightforward, like, and we'll reunite and we'll be together. If it's twin flames, you're going to be apart more than together. If it's not, then external circumstances could well inhibit the two of you from, you know, having what you want as much as you're putting 110% into it as a cross-watcher. You know, the circumstances may not allow for this, and that is like purely fact. It's not because the person doesn't want it. They have to focus on how they can legitimately gain financial independence, and that means being able to have a job, and that means being able to have the ability to live and work somewhere. So, do you know what I mean? They're a hard worker. They're a Capricorn. They're a naturally hard worker. They are going through, look what was their like third card, a period of isolation and shadow work, and they're really raking over like everything that's happened. So maybe they need some time to themselves. You could be really struggling, you know, like in lots of different ways. What is it that this person likes or loves about Capricorn? Wow. See, this is how real love feels like, the proper in love. I remember the first day we met like it was yesterday. Oh, they proper got like love. The love bug. What else? Let's get a time in for contact between Capricorn and Capricorn's person. Next contact between Capricorn and Capricorn's person. Or when will things improve? Next month. Okay, so you're going to get communication happening between the two of you next month. What about new love for Capricorn if this like just can't happen? I would expect it to be a long way off. April. Yeah, so like nothing. This person will not be getting involved. Capricorn won't be getting involved with anyone else until next year. If they do, you will get communication from them next month, or you will communicate with each other next month. So way before that happens. And they've got free will, you know. They are looking for commitment. They are looking to be someone that works hard and builds and grows and achieves with another person. It's not that they're not looking for that. But they have retreated. They have gone inward. And they need to do it. They need to process everything that's happened and happening to them. Let's get advice for Capricorns. This is like general advice. And then I really gotta go. I'll get an angel number as well. I trust in my ability to unlock the way to my dreams. Make a small decision based solely on your intuition. Follow your gut. What is your true life's path? What do you know to be your true journey and what you want out of life? You can make it happen. They're obviously a very determined person. Eight of Pentacles is determination to work at something and grow and build it. It's hard work. Anunnaki light code, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Halls of Amenti, initiation. Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. Well, that sounds very important. I opened it on that page. The Anunnaki are a race of cosmic light beings who've been coming to Earth since ancient times. The Sumerians and Babylonians acknowledge them as the deities who govern the space between the worlds. The divine leader of this incredible race is the goddess Ishtar, a powerful figure similar to the Egyptian goddess Isis. The Anunnaki have taken many forms throughout the ages. They've been an angelic warrior-like quality and have appeared with wings, sometimes up to 4, and with an elongated head and face similar to that of an eagle. When the Anunnaki appear, it's important to know they are heavenly allies supporting our healing and ascension. In the distant past, they visited the Atlantean civilization and helped those who were aligned with the spiritual path to ascend to the next dimension so that they could leave the wheel of karma. What? We've got the karmic wheel on this spread. Those who had abused their powers and had not honoured the divine or valued the great gift of life they had been given had to remain for the cataclysmic ending of their civilization. For that reason, some people who've had Atlantean incarnations may fear the Anunnaki, but be assured they are beings of infinite light working for Source. Anunnaki, 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 I welcome the presence of the Anunnaki people. Thank you, angelic cosmic beings, for immersing my energy body in your light codes. Your message, Capricorn, is that great change is coming to you, but this can only occur if you're willing to shift your perception. You may be experiencing resistance to change, but please know this is simply fear of the new, not intuition. If you are wondering what is the best course of action, the Anunnaki are encouraging you to go with the new. Old systems, old ways of being and old ways of doing things must be released if you are to evolve. Change can bring a sense of vulnerability, but will allow you to make a deeper connection to your feelings, gifts and what is important to you. You are standing at a gateway of pure potential that will be ignited as soon as you move through this necessary change. Be open to new information, new processes and new ideas. You are part of the new energy upon the earth. Halls of Amenti. Initiation. The halls of Amenti are a sacred learning space that were energetically transported by Thoth from Atlantis to the spiritual plane before Atlantis came to an end. It is said that the portal to this etheric retreat is energetically connected to the Great Pyramid of Giza. Many believe that the physical remains of these halls can be found there. We don't have to physically visit Egypt to access their energies though. The halls of Amenti are said to have been the home of the Emerald Tablet. They are a space of ancient mysteries and service to the expansion of humanity. On this card you will see 2 pillars, an echo of the 2 pillars that have been found in sacred places throughout history. The black pillar represents the physical world and the white represents the spiritual, indicating that this sacred place is between the worlds. If you feel called to these halls or they seem oddly familiar, there is a chance you visited them in dream time or even before this incarnation. Imagine you're at the Great Pyramid. Above its apex, a portal opens, drawing you in. See yourself at the centre of a sacred temple. Set clear intentions to align with your higher purpose and receive a transmission of ancient wisdom. Your message, you were in a deep initiatory chamber at this time. You might feel that things are heavy and challenging, but you know that a reconfiguration is happening. Energetically, you're going through an initiation that will allow you to go beyond the fears of the ego and transcend the limitations of the physical realm. You might not feel that light is present because you're in the middle of this phase at the moment, but know that it is present within you. You might be feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, but a lot of this anxiety is actually old energies that were stored in the depths of your body being released so that your vibration can rise. So Spirit is pulling this person up. Capricorn, you're being pulled up into the light, okay? You're going to find inner strength. You're going to find new focus, new belief. You will be able to see a way forward, and you're going to have renewed energy. Okay, so this all has to happen within Capricorn. It can't be, you know, delivered by another person. That's why they're doing shadow work and shadow healing. I really need the toilet, so I'm going to get an angel, an angel number and buzz off. Where my angel numbers? They're right next to me. One zero one zero. It's up to you. Moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, and unconditional love. It's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. With the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources, eventually you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so their dreams are the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, they're having a wobble at the moment. Self-belief, confidence, doubt has overcome them. You know, external circumstances have overcome them. But you are being highly supported, Capricorn, and you are going to rise up. It's all to play for. Okay, it's to be continued. Right, take care, guys. I am desperate for the loo and I've got double dentist now, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for sticking around. A special thank you to my moderator, Sprinkle, and also Christina, my other mod. She probably didn't have to do that much because Spring was doing so much. But take care. Don't forget to give me a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, get in touch if you want a personal reading, and be aware that memberships are available. Thank you. I am going to go and get on with my day now. Bye, guys.